Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back. In the last video, I started building my cake building here, and it's going okay so far. But what I really need right now, sorry, is some wool. So, I'm gonna kind of get ready for an exploration again to get wool. Dude, did you see the air this guy got? He's insane. Yo, what the hell? What the... It's just a tunnel. That is super strange. I swear I did not build that. Let's get some torches in here. Okay, creeper. Let's chill out real quick. Thank you. Ow. Anyways, I'm getting a little sidetracked here, so I'm gonna sleep for the night, gather up my resources and everything, and then we're gonna go out and find some sheep. So this should be enough iron for now to go on my trip, but I'm definitely getting low on resources, so at some point soon, I'm gonna need to go down back into the depths of these caves and find some more iron. I keep getting sidetracked before I go, but one thing that I definitely need to do is I've been told to put fences under my farm here, so it prevents... Oh my goodness. It prevents the land from... Dude, he almost exploded. I thought I was far enough away. Anyways, it prevents the land from being trampled, whether you walk on it or... It doesn't trample if you sneak on it, but it tramples if you walk on it or jump. And one way to prevent this entirely is by putting fences underneath here, so that's something I want to do when I actually flesh out this farm. I think it would be a good idea to make a bow, just considering how quickly mobs can, sneak up on you and just ruin your day. And I realize I only have 3 arrows. Let me get a couple. If I knew where anything was in my chests here. Okay, I guess I don't have arrows. Let me see if I can make some real quick. I should be absolutely set on arrows. I've got 31, so I think that should be plenty. So yeah, let's get exploring. In the past, I've gone straight this way, and I've gone straight this way, so I'm gonna change things up yet again, and I'm gonna head straight this direction. Apparently, if you kill a sheep and then you shear it as it's dying, you get extra wool. So I'm gonna see if I can do this, and maybe it'll work out. Let's see. Okay, I failed at that. Alright, hold on. Oh, another thing. I'm gonna need some gray wool, or some light gray, sorry. So let me go back and get some dye for that. I think 64 light gray dye should be plenty for finishing the cake over here. I really like this area right here, this beachy area. It's very much surrounded by forest, which is cool, and we've got some water over here. So I should figure out something to build right here that would look nice, but I'll have to think about it. If you guys have any suggestions, definitely feel free to let me know in the comments. Dang, this is a super classic location here. This is where I found my first bit of coal in the Let's Play, which, in my opinion, is one of the most important tasks to do for day 1 of any expedition, or for any start of a world, I'm sorry, because I'm sure, as you guys know, if you need to have a light source for your first shelter, you're gonna have to get coal. There's no charcoal or anything. And one other tip that I have, if you're looking for specific colors of wool in this version, dye your sheep before you shear them, because that way you get up to 4 pieces of that dyed color, compared to just a guaranteed 1 piece if you just dye your wool in the crafting table. A viewer told me that in the comments, and I thought that was really smart, so I'm definitely going to be using that going forward. It is getting dark already. You can tell when you get your classic lag spike and the whole world just kind of rolls over into darkness around you. So, since it is getting dark, I need to make a bed for the night. Also, to clear up some confusion on the term nightmare that I use, that's just a term that I've heard thrown around, online, and so I just decided to use it to describe, when a mob wakes you up during the night. I don't think there's actually an official term for it, but if there is, definitely let me know, and I could start calling it that. It's just that was like the easiest way for me to reference it, and it seemed like most people understood what I was talking about. I just assumed it was like the common thing to call being awoken in the night. Sweet. I seem to be having a lot better luck this time around trying to find sheep as compared to my first expedition looking for wool. Man, during that time, I couldn't get a single piece of, like, obviously I got more than a single piece of wool, but it sure felt like they were just impossible to come across. But I've been pretty lucky this time around. I'm not sure what causes this, but this is how it naturally generated. I'm wondering if it spawned like a pond in the lake, but it was already like one block deeper. I'm not sure. Yo, check out this floating island right here. That's something that you really don't see anymore. Floating islands are just one of the things that make the older versions feel more of like a fantasy game, you know, rather than real life. Like, I grew up on, I think my first version of Minecraft was the release 1.2.5, which was when they added jungles and stuff, and I believe that was one of the first additions with the different variants of wooden planks. But it honestly feels super different with the newer terrain generation. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the terrain generation after beta 1.7.3 is very much so like an island. So you spawn in, and a lot of the surrounding terrain is like what you'd expect. It's a lot of land and stuff, but as soon as you get out past like 10,000 or 20,000 blocks, I feel like it's just ocean for a vast majority of it. I remember trying to find the end portal for the first time, and like a majority of my journey was just going past small islands, and I was on a boat pretty much the entire time. I remember I had to go through a swamp biome, and like there were lily pads everywhere, so my boat just kept breaking, and that was such a nightmare. But it's nostalgic, you know? I mean, that's just what I grew up on. Kids these days, am I right? They don't understand the struggles that we had, or the struggles that we still subject ourselves to by playing the beta versions of Minecraft. You know, I've probably heard all of these Minecraft songs literally probably tens of thousands of times, but even after all these years, it's never gotten old to me. You definitely don't need the soundtrack to play Minecraft, but when those piano melodies fade in, like it really adds something to the game, you know? Like when I got into console versions for the first time, like when I started playing Minecraft Xbox 360 edition back in 2013, one of the first things that I noticed was that the music was playing non-stop. There were never any silences or breaks in the music, it was just always there, which was cool in a way, but I feel like it took away quite a bit of the magic that the music has. Like, when you're playing Minecraft and you're just chilling out and it's quiet, and then all of a sudden the music slowly fades in, like to me that's really special, you know? And that might sound corny or whatever, but seriously, like some of my favorite memories are just like building stuff in Minecraft, like building houses, bridges, you know, whatever. And all of a sudden, just in the middle of my work, you know, you just get that music coming in, that piano. And it also seems like that theme of the music being played constantly is something that also happens for the Bedrock versions of the game, now that I think about it. I've been playing that a little bit with one of my buddies, because he's only able to play on Bedrock Edition, and it's got, first of all, it plays the music all the time, which is, you know, it is what it is. I obviously prefer it, you know, fading in and out of the game. But another thing is, it plays the new music at such a louder volume than the older music that, like, I can barely hear the older music when it starts to fade in. And then if I turn up the music volume or whatever, then, like, the newer music is just so loud. But I don't think the newer music is bad. I know a lot of people don't like it, and I'm honestly not the biggest fan either, but it adds a different, like, vibe to the game, you know? I don't necessarily like to use that word, but I don't know, it's a whole different mood. It just adds a whole different mood to the game. You know what I mean? My game is starting to stutter again. I'm hoping it doesn't crash. I know a lot of people are telling me to use like multi-MC, or I think that's what it was called, and I may end up having to switch to that, because it seems like Betacraft is just not the most stable, at least how I have it on my computer. Okay, yeah, I think the game's gonna crash. Let me restart it real quick. Bring me Ray Cokes. I still have no fucking clue what that means. Anyways, we're back in the world. We're back, guys. Welcome back to Minecraft Let's Play, part 56. In this episode, we're gonna be getting wool and shit. I don't even know, guys. I'm sorry. I just... I don't know. I can't do that shit. The mob drops are so much worse, dude. I swear, half the time I kill a pig or a cow, I just get nothing. Like, in all seriousness, I do think it helps that you don't get drops from every mob that you kill. I like the slower progression of beta Minecraft. You know, I'm not particularly the biggest fan of Taiga, but I have no clue where I'm going with this, I'm not gonna lie. Just commentator brain turning on. Look at this, we have like an open plains biome, sort of, but it's got the color of the forest, which is really cool. This is one thing I don't understand though, and maybe one of you guys knows in the comments, but it seems like forests have different colored grass. Like the one I was exploring a while ago, a couple episodes ago, had like this dark green grass that looked super lush. But this seems more muted, and I'm just not sure what causes that, because this is obviously the same biome. It's just a forest, you know, but maybe it's classified differently in the game. Like, I'm not seeing any tall grass or ferns or anything, so maybe that's what differentiates them. And then obviously you've got like actual plains over here with just like the yellowish grass, which is not the best looking if I'm being honest. While I'm out here looking for sheep, I might as well shout out the song of the day. I'm pretty upset because I forgot to do it last episode, and that seems to be a common theme. Like, I feel like I forget like almost half the time I do these just because I get so into the gameplay, but anyways, the song of the day for last episode was Downed by Cheap Trick. I still included it in the description if you'd like, but it's a song that's like semi-popular from them. It's on their In Color album, which was kind of their first big album, if you will, and I really enjoy it. I like Cheap Trick stuff, even though they kind of sometimes are borderline cheesy in their songs and stuff. I still enjoy it, but the song of the day for this episode is going to be Moan Jam by King's X. This is like a really incredible jam. It's like a rock song that just goes into a really sick jam, and it's by a band, King's X, that I feel like is really underrated for the 90s. Just in general, like, I feel like more people should know about this band because they're so good. They're also one that kind of gets cheesy in their lyrics, but I still think their musicianship is top notch. So check that out if you're interested in the 90s stuff or rock music in general. Alright, day 3, or 4, whatever it is, I honestly can't keep track. We're back on the grind. Yeah, I'm really not seeing any sheep. I haven't seen many in a while, if I'm being honest. Maybe I'm just blind and missing them, but I think I'm going to start heading back and hopefully find some on my way back too. I'll go just a little bit over this way, and hopefully I'll run into some different animals entirely. Yeah, here's another hole in the ice, just like the one earlier. It's weird because they spawn as water, and then they freeze over, obviously, because they're in like the cold biome or whatever. But these are super interesting. They must be a generation of like ponds in the water for some reason. I'm not sure. I feel like the fact that you can only walk kind of encourages players to like build everything closer together, you know? Like, I feel like in beta you kind of make everything a little more closer, you add paths to your buildings and stuff, and make sort of a community out of it, because it's almost like if you don't do that, it just takes forever to get places. And another interesting thing is like minecarts actually aren't outdated in this version. Like, they're actually one of the best ways to travel. And that's definitely something that's lost on the newer versions. I've seen so many cool minecart, like roller coasters or like subway systems or just tracks to get to different areas of the world that's just kind of something that's gone in the newer versions, which is kind of a shame. I feel like Mojang really needs to um, buff the minecarts, like make them a lot quicker and a lot more useful. Because at this point, like, let's be honest, no one's gonna make a minecart system. I'm not either. If you can ride a horse and get around way quicker, like what's the point? Or especially Elytra, dude. Like, Elytra kind of breaks the game. I kind of wish they never added it. But hey, that's not up to me. That's up to them. Honestly, the colored sheep that I'm looking for the most is obviously light gray, but I have a good amount of that here. But what I'd really like are brown sheep, because here's the thing with beta, right? The dye to the brown dye in the game is cocoa beans, but the only way to find cocoa beans are in dungeon chests, which are extremely rare. So essentially what you're left to do is just look around and find brown sheep in your game. Like, I suppose you could use one brown dye and dye a sheep brown and then just kind of hang around him so he doesn't despawn and just like kind of wait for him to keep eating grass or whatever. But it really is hard to come by brown wool, which is what I'm using for the outside of my cake. So I won't be able to finish that build for a while. I'm just gonna use dirt as a placeholder. Dude, what a view, honestly. Like, look at this. Let me get my bed ready to sleep for the night. Like, who knew a block game could look so good, dude? And I never used to see this stuff when I first got into the game, because I was playing Minecraft on my parents' computer, which was super slow at the time. So I had to play the game on the small render distance and just play in the fog for a good bit. But yeah, even though I wasn't playing Minecraft on like the best computer or anything, I still easily have some of the best memories from playing on that version. This is why it's so cracked to be able to dye your sheep before you shear them. Look, I've only used, like, out of my 64, I still have 45 left, and I have a stack of light gray wool. Like, if you're playing beta, definitely do this, because it's kind of a game changer. Nice. Out of memory again, dude. It's fucking Betacraft, man. What? There's no way. Hold up. So I just spawned in my world, and I spawned in at my spawn location, because it said Minecraft was out of memory or whatever, so I reloaded the game, and I have nothing. Hold up. There's no way. Dude, did the whole world reset? No shot, dude. Oh no. Okay, no, I thought my base was gonna be right there. My base is still here. But it looks like all of my stuff is gone. Did the player data get corrupted when I... Oh no, dude. This is not good. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to switch to multi-MC or something soon, because I'm pretty sure I just lost all of my progress that I made this episode. Oh my gosh, dude. No, this is literally like... This is the second time in a row where I've lost all of my stuff. I mean, the first time was my fault, right? Like, I died, whatever. This time, though, I just spawned in the game. Like, I didn't even do anything. Alright, hold up. Let me see if this is... Let me see if this is, like, actually legit right now. No, yeah, it absolutely is. I just lost all of my stuff. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Honestly, I like don't even know what to what to do at this point, cause, you know, I spent all episode getting that wool, so at this point I think I'm just gonna sign off. Yeah, at this point I just don't know what to do, cause I lost all of my stuff that I've spent collecting this episode. So honestly, next episode I think I'm gonna update my cave base here and make it nice, cause like it's okay right now, but I'd like to continue to add on to it going forward. So yeah, next episode I'm just gonna redo this cave base, and I may just have to go get wool off camera or something again, just so that I like, just not to waste your guys' time, because I'm sure you guys like wouldn't want to see me collecting wool all over again for like the third time in this Let's Play, so I can just do that off camera. But I would like to switch gears and finish up this base, just because I lost everything for the cake build. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time when hopefully I have all my stuff. So I'll see ya.